back to 12. Looks like we had a high of 12.18. Let's see if that can push up over that. It's up 63% now on that press release. WVE, according to scans, has a 73 million public float, so it's got a really high float on it. But it has 15 million shares shorted. So if we want to look at this, scans says it's got a 20%, almost 21% short on it, which is pretty high. But it still, according to scans, has a pretty high float on it. Kathy, good morning. Everett, good morning on Traveling Trade Adventures. And welcome, TikTok. Good to have you guys along with us. Let's see. Let's go look at one of our other ones here. Let's take a look at RXRX and see where this one's floating around at. Looks like it's pulled back to 5. CETX down at 1231. My goodness. Pulled back. I might take another swipe at that. I don't know. Let's see what WVE is up to. We had a press release this morning on WVE, and that came out at 7:30. It was part of our 7:30 press releases here on Zoom. And that stock was sitting around $7.97. The press release came out. It dipped. We got a bunch of sell-off when the press release came out, and it dipped down to 655. 655. And then managed to climb back to 1237. Not a bad climb. Not a bad climb at all. Big B, you have a great morning, man. We're up about 62% on that press release. Nice little climb on that stock. Not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. Good morning. Sheila, good morning over there on YouTube, Traveling Trade Adventures, and TikTok. Good to have you guys along with us. Love it, love it, love it. Well, early this morning, hopefully you were up and trading in early pre-market. Now I'm talking 4 o'clock in the morning when pre-market starts. I know that's early. I know. But CETX was up over 400, well over 400% this morning in early pre-market trading. Absolute beauty. Made some more money on it here a few minutes ago. Not much. $12.30 to $12.90. So it wasn't as big as earlier this morning. Didn't have that big of a move, but still a very nice stock early this morning. Now WVE, again with the press release, dipped on the press release down to 655 and has managed to get back up into the mid 12s on that press release. So we're watching it right now to see if that's about as high as it's going to get. I was kind of hoping it would break through 1250, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, HURA presents data demonstrating the delta opioid receptor as a new target in overcoming acquired resistance. HURA, Tahura Biosciences. 28 million public float. There's no volume there, 495 shares traded. So very, very low volume. Let's see what other one we got here. Fly. New streaming podcast covers Firefly Aerospace class action. Looks like there's class action lawsuit here. Nothing there to see. Let's go back and look at BDRX. We mentioned BDRX this morning. That stock looks like it finished after hours on Friday around $6.30. It spiked up to $12.14 this morning at 7 o'clock. Pretty nice little run on that stock early this morning. Again, that early morning pre-market stuff can be really hot. But you got to be up for it. And that's the hard part, is getting up that early in the morning. Vicki, good morning. Ethan, good morning. Good morning. So we had a couple that we've been watching this morning on our Zoom meeting. Let's see. RXRX was another one that had a press release. Let's see what time that came out, at 7:30 as well. That was a positive phase 1 trial results in an ongoing phase 1. Now that stock has gone from, on the press release, this stock started off this morning at $4. Right at 7 o'clock, it was around $4.79. The press release came out and it went to $5.26. Not a bad climb on a press release. It did pretty well. It's back down to $5.02 right now, so it has come back down some. But again, it's got a press release, so we're going to keep an eye on it. IRBT, moving around a little bit. Let's see. HLIT announces pending sale of its video business to MediaKind. So potential sale of part of their business to MediaKind. And that's on HLIT. Let's take a look and see if we've got anything else. Nothing on the micro float list. RXRX. Back up to 505, 506. It's trying. Let's see where CETX is at. That was the big one this morning. That one, it moved so beautifully this morning. I hope you guys were able to pick up on that one early this morning. We had our scanners on Zoom this morning. We had that on at 4 o'clock this morning. So everybody that was with us in Zoom this morning saw that one moving and knew that it was going up off the scanner. So I hope a lot of people were able to take advantage of it. Let's see, TWG. TWG was another one, Top Wealth Group, that we've been poking around with here this morning. 7 o'clock, it was down around $10. It just recently spiked up to $11.99, so almost $2. So not a bad push on that one either. I'm always happy to take $1 a share off of a stock. I know they're quick scalps. A lot of people don't like to scalp stocks like that, but anytime I think you can get $1 or more off of a stock, I think that's pretty darn good. Steve, WVE 881 to 1225. Wolfpack is at it again. Beautiful. Like to see the Wolfpack. And if you're not sure what the Wolf Pack is, it's just a trading community of people together online in real time during pre-market hours, calling out press releases and helping each other finding these stocks. TWG now back at 12. We just wicked to 1206. Let's see if it pops again. TWG, now this is a micro float. If you know what micro float means, at least my terminology of a micro float is anything under 1 million shares of free float, public float. And this TWG is listed as one on scans. Ethan, good morning. WVE is pulling back off of that beautiful little run there. Trapper, good morning. Beautiful Monday morning. Rained here in Central Florida all weekend. Rain, 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 rain. Yeah, TGL, beautiful, beautiful run in after hours. And even so in the beginning, coming off of that reverse split, amazing, amazing grab on Treasure Global on Friday. The stock ran from 680 to 27, 28, 29 bucks during the trading day, which is an amazing run. I mean, that's crazy. But then you turn it loose in after hours on Friday and boom, all the way to 88 bucks. Unbelievable. Just sensational. Let's take a look at FULC. FULC. Looks like a price target change there. Analyst price target change. FULC. Again, another one. Now this one's got about a 27 million public float. But again, just unbelievable run on these stocks. I mean, on Friday, this thing closed around what, $8, almost $9. We'll call it $9, just shy of $9. And we're up into the 13, 14. We just hit 14 on this FULC. All in early pre-market trading. One and only Vicky, good morning. Good morning. Let's see, WVE pulling back. ABEO. ABEO starting to push up. Now this one, let's take a look at the 8 o'clock press releases. GPCR. Showcase proprietary next generation capsid and cardiac gene therapy pipeline. Yeah, it's a bit on the phone. GNLN. GNLN buys $8 million worth of Bera. maintains approximately $32 million in cash and stablecoin reserves for their Berachain treasury strategy. GNLN. Let's see. Going private. HIND, positive final phase 2 results. Plans advance into a pivotal study for FDA approval. Look at that one. HIND. NRIX, presenting new data from their phase 1 clinical trial at a meeting and exposition being held. CFLT, IBM to acquire Confluent to create smart data platform for enterprise generative AI. That's on CFLT. CPO, future spun. That looks like that's about it for 8 o'clock. As far as anything good. All right, so let's go take a look at those. All right, FULC, Fulcrum Therapeutics. FULC, 27 million public float. We're sitting at about 1371 right now. It spiked on the news up to 1575, pulled back very, very quickly. Had no reason to stay up there. We'll see where this one goes. FULC. GPCR reports positive top-line data. GPCR. So let's go take a look at that one. GPCR. We're giving you these press releases as they pop up in real time here. So let's see where that one went. Looks like we went from 36 to 48.99 really quickly, and now it's pulled back to 44. So we'll keep an eye on that one. GPCR. So this has got a large float too. According to scans, this has about a 121 million public float. So it's got a sizable float. Now let's go back and look at TWG. Remember TWG from earlier? Let's see. This one popped to 12. Let's see. Still sitting around 1126. Looks like ELAB, ELAB, tried to push up. Now let's go look at that CFLT. Okay, CFLT. Not moving on that IBM news. TWG, FULC. FULC sitting at 1359. FULC. Not an ugly float, but little bigger than I'd like to have them at 27 million. It's a little higher than I like, but it's not ugly. It's not 150 million or anything. GXG. Let's take a look at that one. JXG. JXG, also listed as a micro float. This one had a nice, beautiful pop in after hours on Friday, but this morning it's not been performing very well. FULC 1387, 1390. TVA. TWG. Let's go back and look at WVE again. WVE is trying to push back. I'll wait till it hits 11 before I decide that it's actually going to move. FLT, GPCR. GPCR, it's coming down. FULC now at 14. So far, so good. Yeah, CFLT is halted. It is halted. PCR. FULC now at 1458. We wicked to 1475. Now it's at 1430. Fluctuating pretty good there. 1420 on the ask. KMXM, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit. A lot of class action lawsuits popping up here. CFLT is listed for an 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time release on CFLT. Looks like they're going to release that one at 8:20 this morning. So, with that in mind, keep an eye on it. Pull that one up on your scanner, your CFLT, pull it up, and at 8:20, watch, see if it decides it wants to run. If it does, you'll be right on top of it. All right. Well, so far, that's about it for the 8 o'clock press releases. Everything that I threw out there, not seeing much of the 8 o'clock stuff that has moved significantly. Now, CFLT, let's keep in mind this stock moved this morning from an early pre-market from 23 up to about 29. So it did move $6 up there this morning in early pre-market this morning. So it did move up, but it's halted right now because of the news. We'll see where it goes. It's halted at $12 and $12. It's halted at $29.31. So all we can do is watch. So 8:20 is when it's scheduled to be released. Whether they actually do that or not, man, it varies sometimes. Sometimes it's right on the minute. Other times it's 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. But that's the time they have listed, 8:20. All right. Well, we're going to stick around on YouTube for the 8:30 press releases. So if you're over here on TikTok and you'd like to watch the 8:30 press releases, pop on over to YouTube and look up Traveling Trade Adventures. Richard, yes, that is correct. Now, whether that or not that will generate any kind of a big price movement, we don't know. We don't know how retail traders are going to respond to that one, but we'll be watching at 8:20. But if you guys want to hit the 8:30 press releases and be with us at 8:20 when that stock releases, by all means, pop over to YouTube. Traveling Trade Adventures. That's the YouTube channel. Don't go to the Wolfpack Community channel because that's not where I'm at. I'm on the new YouTube channel of Traveling Trade Adventures. So pop over there and catch us, and we'll be with us for the 8:20 release of CFLT and the 8:30 press releases. So hope to see you over there. You guys have a great day. Nikki, good morning. And we will see you tomorrow morning on TikTok. God bless. All right. BYND class action lawsuit. MLTX class action lawsuit. NACA, NAKA, looks like they filed a Form 8K. MEHA, functional brands, ALTX announces pricing of a $10 million registered direct offering with new U.S. fundamental institutional investors. It's on ALTX. 15 million public float. SLNH announces a $32 million registered direct offering priced at market. SLNH, and they have a 61 million public float. Let's read. WKSP. Worksport to open AI integrated strategic distribution center to boost national sales. WKSP, 7.9 million public float. I want to read this CFLT, this 8K filing here. Plan of a merger. And together common stock issued and outstanding immediately prior to effective time will automatically be canceled and converted into the rights to receive $31 in cash per share. Class A common stock, Class B common stock, and together with the Class A common stock, issued and outstanding immediately prior to the effective time, will automatically be canceled and converted into the right to receive $31 in cash without interest. Now that's on CFLT. And we're sitting at 29.32. So if they're getting $31 a share, I don't foresee that pumping. All right. So let's go back to CETX. It's down to, it's what we're at here, 12 bucks. Don't let those candles fool you at 8 o'clock. Let's look at WVE. Make sure at 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock till 8:30, you're going to see wild candle movements, spiking way up, pulling way down, going way up, going way down. But don't let that fool you into thinking that the price is actually moving up there and that you better buy because the stock's moving. Take a look at the current bid price and the current ask price. That's where the price is. Those wild fluctuations on those candles, don't pay any attention to those. Those are going to make your scanners go crazy too, especially like Momo. You'll see these stocks hitting momentum scanners and they're not really moving. So if they're going to buy that for CFLT, if they're going to buy it for 31 bucks a share, it's sitting at 29.31 now. That's not going to move. It might move up to 30, 85, 30.90, maybe 30.75, probably somewhere in there. And there it is released, right? Yep. And it jumped to 29.75 real quick. I suspect someplace in the mid 30s for that one. That's just a guess, though. Just a guess. That is just a guess. Made zero on TikTok this morning. Boy, oh boy, I'm not going to get rich on TikTok. I'll tell you that right now. That's a little bit better. Sorry about all the, hope I didn't make you dizzy right there. Okay. MBRX announces new collaboration in brain tumors. MBRX. MBRX. We're at 929. MBRX, hot off the presses. Not even 30 seconds old. MBRX. Let's see where it goes. Moleculin Biotech announces new Annamycin collaboration in brain tumors. Broad portfolio of drug candidates targeting material transfer agreement. Today announces entered into a research and material transfer agreement with CIC Bio, a nonprofit research organization created to promote scientific research and technological innovation. Let's see. FULC's actually hanging on pretty good here. It's at 460, hanging in there. All right, let's look at CFLT 2980. Once this hits its max, it's going to go sideways all day long. Let's look at WVE. WVE trying to pull back up. Okay, we've got about 6.5 minutes, and we'll get the 8:30 press releases here with the Wolfpack. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. We're really excited to get some content popping in here pretty soon. WVE now up to 1150. So it's moving up nicely. This is moving up on a press release from this morning. Press release first came out at 7:30, and when it came out, it spiked real quick and then it pulled back hard. Like it really came back all the way to 6:55, and then it ran. It took off running after that all the way to 12:38, and we just wicked back to 1180. So let's hope this can get back up over 12. That would be nice. Boy, what a pullback too. Pulled back after it hit that 1239, it pulled back to 940. So we've gone from 940 back to 1140. So it's gone up $2 after the pullback. So that's not bad. That's not a bad trade at all. 5 minutes here. So if you can hang with us for just 5 more minutes, we'll give you those 8:30 stock press releases for pre-market. And lots more to come here on Traveling Trade Adventures and Wolfpack. We trade with the Wolfpack every single morning, pre-market. Our scanner goes up on Zoom at 4 o'clock in the morning. Pre-market scanner, so everybody can see what's moving in the market. And then I go live at 6:45. And I stay live on Zoom with our community till about 9:30. And then we try to do after hours as well when we can. We do from 4 o'clock to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon when after hours trading starts, because a lot of times we get press releases in after hours as well. So try to do that as often as we can. Sometimes my schedule doesn't allow if I've got medical appointments or whatever, or something else going on and I can't do after hours, but I'm always here for pre-market. Take something pretty serious to keep me away from pre-market. Look at WVE. Boom. 1240, 1263. Nice. Holy cow. We just created a new high there. 1263. The stock that just keeps on giving this morning. $12.95, $13.04, $13.29. WVE is on a monster push right now. That was beautiful. $13.29. That was amazing. $13.32, $13.57. Oh my. 1361. 1367. 1371. 75. 92. 1399. 1430. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, that stock just went bananas. Please tell me somebody was on that. Please tell me you guys took that trade. Holy smokes. That was insane, folks. What a beautiful grab. $4 just in a matter of a few minutes if you were with us. I can't stress how important it is to be here. Oh my gosh. Did you catch it or did you just sit and watch it go? Trapper says I'm watching and crying. Holy smokes. What a move. What a move. Unbelievable. That was sweet. Pinky. Here we go. Here's the wolf pack for you. Pinky. $8.63 to $14.03. What a beautiful trade, Pinky. That was nice. What a great one. Another one of those would have, could have, should have. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at PMI. Look at PMI, Picard Medical. This is 830. See, semiconductors, strategic partnership. Novartis Science Semiconductors enter into a strategic partnership. ASNS. achieves first meaningful deployment of its legacy T1 to fiber solution with major U.S. carrier. AREB, American Rebel, announces additional expansion of Pennsylvania distribution footprint for American Rebel light beer with Banco Beverage Company. DTST, Data Storage Corporation, announces its intention to commence a tender offer. CHRS announces 6-year Jupiter 2 follow-up results. Following the LOQ plus chemotherapy, nearly doubles median overall survival in a carcinoma. That's in CHRS. I'm not getting much on the microfloat list here. Let's go back and look at some of these others. WVE. Well, we hit that 1450 on WVE. Gary, you have a great day. Let's see. What else do we got popping up here? Let's look at TWG pulling down. FULC. FULC's hanging in there. It's stuck around 1450s, but it's not giving up gains. So it's hanging in there. Let's look at QH. Quoho Limited. QH. Don't see a press release there, but it is moving up a little bit. It's gone up about, I'll say about 16 cents since earlier this morning, since 7 o'clock. Now 18 cents. QH. WG. Let's look at Paves. WVE. FULC. CFLT. PAVS. PAVS trying to move up. PAVS had a nice push early this morning in early pre-market, and then it got pushed down pretty hard. But it's trying again. That's a little cheap penny, 6 penny stock. CETX trying again. Class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit. All class action lawsuits. All right. Okay. Well, you guys have a beautiful morning, and I will see all of you. FULC just popped a little bit. It finally got itself off of that 1450 area and popped up to 1485, just like that. So it's trying. Yeah, Paves is that little cheap one from Friday. It's trying. It's up 81%, 85%. It was up over 7 cents earlier this morning. And it is trying to push up. So, if you like those cheap penny stocks, it might be one to take a look at. It's got 529 million shares traded on already, 500 million already. But anyway, it is pushing up a little. Okay, that's going to be it for Traveling Trade Adventures this morning. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. I really, really do appreciate that. We're going to have a lot more content coming in the coming weeks and months. Not just Traveling Trade Adventures is not just about stock trading. We also are covering the RV lifestyle, trading, destinations that we go to, and whatever adventures I can get into and trouble I can get into while I'm out on the road. And we hope to be sharing it. We're going to be filming all of it while we're traveling, and it's going to be a great time. And I hope to have everybody join us on the journey. But before we go out on the road, we're just going to spend some time enjoying some stock trading with you. But again, there's more to the channel than just stock trading. This is just part of what we do. All right. You guys have a great day. I will see you right here on Traveling Trade Adventures tomorrow morning at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So until then, God bless. You guys have a great day.